We have some grammar for you.
So till now we talked about how to mention your ambition. So next we come to another important aspect, which are, they are actually both together. One is your strength and the other one is your weakness. Strengths and weaknesses. Okay. So when you're talking about your strengths and weaknesses, so what do you think is your strength? One more.
Very talkative.
Talkative.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Huh? What's your strength?
My strength is listening.
You listen to
Good.
what everybody says.
Yeah.
Okay.
My strength is belief to myself.
Believing, self-confidence.
Yes.
So you can't talk, you can't mention talkative as your strength. So strength cannot be that. You can say I'm sociable. So different ways of saying, as I said. So instead of saying again strengths or weaknesses, you say you want to mention that you talk freely with everybody. You can say you are sociable. And then what about Arvind? What did you say your strength is?
Listening.
So you can say I'm a patient listener.
Sense.
A patient listener. What is your strength?
Myself.
Yes, your strength is self confidence. Then the other strengths can be sincerity. I'm good at communicating with others. You can say I'm hardworking. Then adaptable. And or you can say I have patience, I have self-confidence, I have strong communication skills. So remember, never mix up parts of speech. What is mixing up parts of speech?
Present perfect.
No. When you're talking about nouns, I
Have.
have confidence, I have patience, I have
Have.
communication skills, I mean, and I have a strong positive attitude, all with have nouns.
Nouns.
But when you're talking about adjectives, you are. Remember the difference between a noun and adjective? A noun is something which you can have, qualities which you can possess. An adjective is describes you. Then you say, I am sociable, I am patient,
Patient.
I am
Listener.
a patient listener, I am self-confident, I am hardworking, I
With
am
communication.
a good communicator, and then I am self-motivated. Okay, so it should be either I am sociable, patient, I'm sociable, I'm a patient listener, I'm self-confident, or I have patience, good communication skills, what else can you have? Good communication skills, I have self-confidence,
Self-defense.
self-confidence,
Self-motivated.
you are self-motivated or you have self-motivation.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are self-motivated.
Motivation.
Self-motivated. This describes what you are This describes the qualities that you have. So this is how you have to say. So you can say patience, good
Good
communication
communication skills,
skills,
self-confidence,
self-confidence, punctuality,
punctuality,
adaptability are my strengths.
strength,
So self-confidence, then
Positive.
adaptability,
Positive attitude.
positive attitude, you can either say I have these or remove this. These are my strengths.
strength.
It's only to give a variety to your way of expressing, because you know that the high competition that you all face nowadays, there are so many people applying for the same job. So you have to be very careful. You have to stand above them, right? There should be something more than what others have. So everybody has a good qualification. Everybody is qualified. Everybody is skilled. But through this, through your introduction, you show that you have some other qualities too. That is by way of expression. So next we come to, so you can say I'm good at marketing, I'm good at networking, I'm good at I have good analytical skills, I have a good command over languages. It could be computer languages, C++, Java,
Java
or
Web program,
all those. So depending on whatever you are saying, these should match the job for which you are applying. Okay, like he would say, good communication skills, positive attitude, adaptability, uh, uh, motivational skills. Hmm. So now, as a teacher, these are the skills which you need. Hmm. So, as a government employee, all the qualities are needed. As a software engineer, again, good communication skills, confidence, adaptability. If so, you subject knowledge, and later on, if you become a team, you should be a team player.
yeah,
You should be able to work with everybody. So you can say, I am a team player. In the sense, you are prepared to play any role in a team. Either become a team member or become a team leader. So either one, it is needed. Team player includes both. So the strengths that you give, whatever you tell, should match the job for which you are applying. Okay, any doubts?
No.
So next, you can also say that, as I said, you have to justify also. In case they ask you, okay, give us one instance where you showed good communication skills or you showed motivational skills, you should be prepared to say that, to justify that through some example. So you can say, my friend was about to give up his course, but I motivated him to do further, things like that. Okay. So then you can say, my aim is also to do, my strengths are whatever I take up, I see to it that I complete it. My job is never half done. Hmm? So then these are the different ways of saying what your strengths are. Next, we come to your weaknesses. Now, weaknesses should not be your real weakness. Okay, remember, suppose you say, I chat a lot, I sleep for a long time. That's not positive. So, weaknesses should be such that those very qualities can be turned into strength. So, for example, you can say, my family is my weakness. That is, you want to do everything for them. My friends are my weakness. You can also say meticulousness. So, what is meticulousness? In the sense, people are perfectionists. Some people want to do a thorough job. when they start. So I am meticulous. This is my weakness. In the sense, you're not satisfied if the job is not properly done. That is meticulousness.
I'm a foodie.
Foodie is a weakness. Then they'll start wondering, oh, do you come to work only for food? Okay. If it's a job to do with, if it's a job for a chef, then you can say, because of late, this is also a very big field, isn't it? Hotel management and hospitality management is also a very big thing. Those people have to say that. Okay. Now, finally coming to your native place. So, how do you mention your native place?
My native place is Hyderabad.
My
My native place is Hyderabad.
Instead of saying my native place, again don't mention the same headings. Ambition, qualification, native place. You say, I am from
I
Hyderabad.
am from
I
Hyderabad.
hail from Hyderabad. I'm a native of Hyderabad. Or I come from Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
So which tense should all this be? Because your native place does not change. So it should always be in simple present.
Present.
So you can say any of these. I hail from, instead of saying my native place is, a different way of putting it is I am from, or I come from,
I hail from.
I hail from. Never use negative. A very common mistake done by some of these people is my negative places. No, never. My native place. So, and then it should be. You can also say if you're not from this place, you can say I hail from, I come from that place. Currently, presently, I am staying in a hostel. I am sharing a room with a friend of mine. It can be anything. Then, after you talk about your native place, you talk about your family. Again, as I mentioned, don't say my family is. You can say ours is a small family, nuclear family, joint family. Any one of these can be mentioned. Or I hail from an agriculture family, or a business family, or academics. In some families, people are all in the teaching field. Okay, in the academic family. So that is how you have to say. Just mention briefly from where you are from and what kind of a background your family is from. Then, when you are mentioning the members of the family, so suppose you say there are so many members in my family. So how do you say that? Sorry. So how do you mention that? So when you say my family, you are mentioning not yourself, you're not including yourself, you're talking about the others. Okay? But but when you say we are we are four members
4 members
in
My
my.
family.
So remember, when you use we,
We.
it is you're talking about only including you, how many members you have in the family. But when you're talking about others, there are this many members in my family.
Members.
Okay, so when you mention your father's name, next coming to your parents, you have told how many members are there in your family. Now coming to parents. So again, you say my father's name. My father is. You just have to mention the name, not Mr. not necessary. My father is Verma or whatever it is. Okay? So in our country we do use Mr. It is not wrong,
Okay.
but it is not wrong to say without that also. Hmm. My father is
Father
Narayana.
is
He is a businessman. He is a teacher. He is a farmer. Hmm. My mother is, give her name, she is a homemaker. Hmm. She helps my father in the field work.
field works.
Hmm. Mostly that's what we assume, isn't it? So, if yes, you had some doubt.
How do you use expire
Hmm.
person?
So, rather than saying my father is expired, or you can say my father is no more. Hmm. So, no more or passed away, because we use the term expired only for things which come with a term. You know, like when you sign a rent, it comes expiry. You have an expiry date, the lease expires on a particular date, comes to an end, which is known beforehand. Even when we talk about medicines come with an expiry date, don't they? That means when they manufacture it, they have decided when it's going to come to an end. So never use it for people. Say and never mention late also. My father is late. No. My father's name or my father is so and so. He is no more. He was an agriculturist. He was a farmer. Those are the different ways of saying it. Okay. So never to be mentioned, never to mention late or expired or
Died.
died also. People don't like to mention that.
Expired
He
is
no more.
properly.
He is no more.
He is
That's
no
the best way of saying. My father is no more. Next, the last thing almost is siblings. When you talk about your siblings, now, if how many siblings do you have?
I have one brother.
Okay, then you don't have to mention siblings. If if your brothers and sisters are of the same gender, you have two brothers or two sisters, don't say I have two siblings, both are sisters, both are brothers. No. Only when you have one sister and a brother, you say that I have two siblings, an elder brother and a younger sister, or two younger brothers, a younger brother and a younger sister also. So
Okay.
remember, the word sibling is to be used only when they are of different genders, not if both are brothers or three brothers or both are sisters or three sisters. That should not be mentioned. So suppose you have two younger sisters. So you can say, I have two younger sisters, and you want to mention what they are doing. The elder of the two, the elder of the two is married and the younger one is still a student. If you want to mention it, if you have two brothers or if you have two older brothers, the older of the two, the elder of the two, the second one. Like that. Okay. So this is how you have to mention. Never mention siblings for people of the same gender. Finally, when all this is done, you have to conclude. I keep telling you, it has to be concluded. So you can say, in a nutshell, this is all about my family, or this is what I want to tell about myself. Uh, in a nutshell, this is what I want to tell about myself. I would like to go that, but finally, this is all
Yes.
about me, all about myself. Okay, that is how you conclude.